Hello everybody and welcome back to Dragon Age. Today we are going to start our final origin story, which is going to be the Dwarf Commoner origin. Since my Dwarf Noble was a male, I made my Dwarf Commoner a female. Here she is, my little dwarf. I named her Headrune because, I don't know, I think it sounds very dwarven. And I have very specific ideas for this character. I mean, according to the description of this origin story, she's not only going to be a dwarf commoner, but a caseless. So I guess she will live in Dusttown. And my idea is basically that she is going to be the most uncompromising and ruthless of all my characters. So eventually she will probably be doing many of those decisions that my other characters didn't do. Basically, I think, once she's recruited and a Grey Warden, her opinion is basically that she needs to do whatever it takes to stop the Blight, no matter how harsh the measures are. I'm not imagining her as being, just cruel because she likes it or just plain evil, but she just thinks that the end justifies whatever means is necessary. So this would be very interesting to play, I think, because she's going to be really different from my other characters. I made her a warrior again, and I think I will make her a dual wielding warrior because I didn't have that combination so far. And I mean, I had two rogues, one archer, one dual weapon rogue. I had two warriors, sword and shield, two-handed. So now I'm going to make her a dual wielding rogue, because obviously I couldn't make another mage. Not just because dwarves can't be mages, but mages always get the magi origin. Obviously I gave her the violent voice. It
Greetings.
basically is the best voice for her character. And yeah, I'm curious to see how the Dwarf Commoner origin story will be. I gave her a good amount of points into dexterity because you need that for the dual weapon skills. She already has some stealing. And she has some combat training, which is also good, so I can give her a point into coercion. And I think she will use Intimidate a lot, so I also want to give her a lot of strength. But since she's a warrior, that is not such a bad thing to do. Yeah, and oh, that is very good that she already has some points in dual weapon. So maybe let's give her this, and sure, let's give her a warrior skill as well. And yeah, let's start this.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the two remaining dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
Yeah, I think that fits her character pretty well.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat. I don't want to do this in front of my sister.
Why not? She knows the slope of the land, don't you, girl?
Didn't I tell you not to talk that way to my sister?
You told me a lot of things, not one of which meant more than a fart in the middens. Before me, your sister was just another duster. Now check her out. Braids down to here, gold cap teeth. She can recite elf poetry and play the string harp. Every man's dream. All she's gotta do is find a lord, squeeze out some kid who looks like him, and we're all living the easy life in the Diamond Quarter.
Please, don't get involved. You know that never goes well.
So, yeah, I think that maybe her sister is one of the few persons that she actually cares about, so I think she will be protective of her. I don't like to see him treating you that way.
I'll treat her however I like, as long as you both eat off my plate. You keep your head down and say aye to any job I decide is low enough for scum like you. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brats. Then you both go free, and I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life.
So what are you doing here?
Checking on my investments, and right now, they don't bear much gold. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested.
Yeah, so get off her back and tell me my job for today.
Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
Rika. Hang on a second. Isn't that... Isn't that Balin's mistress? Didn't we actually meet her in the Dwarf noble origin and found a letter from her in Balin's quarters? Because that would be interesting. Yeah, Berat expects too much from you.
You know how desperate the nobles are for more children. They can barely field enough soldiers to hold the walls against the Darkspawn. If I could give one of them a son, the whole house would celebrate. And we'd all be raised up to noble caste to join the family. It's what Barat's betting on. That's why he paid for my clothes, my voice lessons. He wants to share the reward.
Did you say there was a noble who was interested?
Yes. That is, I hope. He certainly seems charming. He treats me like a real lady, not just someone to tumble and forget.
Who is he?
I don't want to say, in case I'm wrong. It just seems too mad to think of one of the most important men in Orzammar with someone like me. Anyway, time is rusting and I need to get dressed. These fashions will be the death of me. 100 buttons on each sleeve. And Lesky's probably already outside waiting for you.
Yeah, I just wish we didn't have to kiss up to that cave tick.
You know the other options. Cleaning middens, begging, going to the surface. No. Unless you find a way to save us all from Darkspawn and become a paragon. We're pretty much on Barat's leash for life.
Ironically, that's exactly what she's going to do eventually. Well, at least to save us all from the Darkspawn thing. And if that isn't enough to become a paragon, I don't know what is. Someone like me could never actually be a paragon.
It wouldn't be the first time. Garelon the Blood Risen was born castless, you know, before he went to the surface. And he came back and won the throne. Many paragons have humble origins. All that matters is that the Assembly recognizes their achievements. And once they get that vote, they found their own house, and are as noble as if the ancestors themselves had made it so.
Yeah, keep dreaming, Rika.
Until I'm dead, little sister. But until then, we can only serve as Barat demands. And he won't like it if either of us is late.
You're right. Goodbye.
Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight.
Alright, so here we are. Yeah, let's get rid of all this. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we met her in Balin's quarters as a dwarf noble. So I guess the noble that she found is actually Prince Balin. It's really funny how these stories connect to each other. Yeah, let's go. Oh, who are you?
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika?
It's the guardsman. You're under arrest for drunkenness.
Don't you sass me, you ungrateful brat. I made you, and I can make another just like you.
I'm the only reason you're here and not dead in a gutter.
Then you should have left me there. What have I got that's worth living for?
Oh, there's no talking to you when you get like this.
Well, who asked you? I don't need your pity. I got everything I need. Right here.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm leaving now. You can drown in that thing for all I care.
Don't you talk to me that way. You're still living in my walls. My walls. Do you hear me? Don't you walk away from me.
Well, I'm doing exactly this now. I guess that's my mother. Well, apparently that's not the best relationship.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl.
Lasky, how's it shaping?
Oh, what can I say? No money, no girls, no place to call my own. I've been writing an epic poem about it. It starts, "Oh, you're really, really cursed to have no caste. You noble dwarves can shove it up your..." But I couldn't think of a rhyme.
Cased, vast, blast.
I'm not seeing court barred in your future either. I guess we'll have to stick to playing the heavies for Barat.
Yep, give it to me. I'm ready to crack some heads.
Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias. Some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back.
He's stealing from Barat. I like him already.
Well, yours will be a short and tragic relationship. You ready to show him some pain?
Any idea where this Oskias is?
All he told me is find him. Duster's got some family from the merchant caste. He's probably staying near their quarters.
So let's show this Duster what Barat does to cheaters.
Poetry to my ears, Selraka.
Alright. Lesky, a rogue. Let's have a look at our inventory. Take our OP belt, as always. You're a dual dagger rogue. And there isn't really anything useful that I can... Well, I guess you can have that one. And yeah, let's have a look around first. We are in Dust Town, obviously. Suspicious door is not open for business.
This is the end. A new archdemon is rising, and Orzammar will fall.
Yeah, get out of my face.
Hey, gorgeous. You looking for something to keep you warm tonight?
Well, yeah, but certainly not you.
I saw Prince Balin yesterday. He wore violet silk and he smelled like fresh water. He smiled at me.
Really?
2 bits for the needy.
The needy? Who do you think you're looking at, old man?
I seen you before. You're one of Barat's girls, the one with the sword. You don't know from needy. Not until you're my age.
What do you mean?
You think Barat's going to want you when you're old? Soon as your muscles go, it's the clean crew or the streets for you. Unless you find some man to fill you with babies and give you the care for them, you'll be gone soon enough. Only place for you to end up is here, watching some casteless upstarts refusing to share their coin.
Is there anything you can give me for my money?
Ooh, you drive a hard bargain, soldier. You looking for someone to shine your shoes, clean your pots, keep you warm at night?
You're the second person offering me this today. Just tell me, have you seen a surfacer named Oskias?
Is that what you're looking for? That's worth 10 bits, no?
Yeah, I totally use intimidate with her. Tell me, or your body might end up blocking a mine shaft.
Go ahead. Beat up an old man if it makes you feel better. I seen your man at Tapster's. I was waiting out back, but they wouldn't tip me the dregs off the ale barrel. Said it was going to compost. But I saw another Brad there with his surface money, and they served him. Called him Oskias, sir. Pah.
Was he armed?
You think I got that close? Tavern keepers, they know all I have to pay with is dirt. Now get out of here, you're scaring off the other pockets. Alms! Alms for the poor.
Alright. Let's see, anyone else with something useful to say? Apparently not.
Please, I just need a bed. Somewhere to sleep. Fire.
Well, at least, look on the bright side, at least there's no rain in Orzammar.
Spare silver. My boy needs medicine. The docs say he won't wake without it.
I don't think I have any silvers. No, I don't even have any bronze coins either, so I couldn't have paid the beggar if I wanted to. Right, let's go to the commons, I guess. Yep, here we are, Orzammar Commons.
What are you doing? Disgusting, get away from me.
Also, is this Dwarven? Interesting. I never ever actually noticed their writing.
Good day there, sweetness. You looking to make a quick bit? You could be just what I'm after.
Are you asking for what I think you are?
That depends what you're thinking, but you got some good fortune that it doesn't look like you're making full use of. You look like you've still got all your teeth, nice and healthy. I craft replacements for nobles who have lost theirs. I can pay you real handsome for some of those. 1 silver for 2. What do you say?
I wouldn't consider less than 2 silvers.
You won't get a better price. I'm in demand, top tooth and wig shop off the Diamond Quarter, 4 years running. There are some who just take what they want off someone like you. I'm offering an honest deal. What do you say?
Do you have any idea who I work for?
Barat wouldn't like you throwing that around. This guy's an artisan that's practically a smith. We don't need that high a profile.
That sounded like a threat, Brand. You know the sentence for harassing a resident engaged in legitimate trade is public flogging and 100 silver fine.
Yeah, try me, bro. Do you think you could call a guard before I knock you out?
Gracious apologies, Master. We were just leaving. Right now, forgive my friend. You know the vent fumes. They mess with the mind. We're very sorry to bother you. Now let's get back before you land us both in a cell.
It's funny, every time my characters use the are a bit too bold in their dialogue choices, their companions feel the need to tone things down a bit. It was the same with Maya.
Found traces of Bronca in the deep roads.
Oh? Found her body, did they?
No, tools. Signs of camp, things like that.
Paragon or not, Bronca's dead. She's been gone 2 years. No one survives the deeps that long.
Alright, Olinda.
Lesky, you old scamp. What are you doing here? Trying to charm me out of another set of ribbons for your girl?
Trying to talk you into being my girl, Olinda. You know my heart's breaking for you.
Don't you go saying that around my husband. Who's your friend?
I can't believe Lesky never told you about his best friend.
Hey, when I'm with a lady, the last thing I'm thinking about is you.
Well, look around, sweetheart. I'll slide you on the markup, being that you're friends. But I can't give anything away for free.
Well, I'll take a look.
Just don't touch anything if you can't meet the price.
Well, with no money whatsoever, that that isn't very easy to do. I suppose I can sell this and this. I mean, it's not that I really need anything here. I suppose I can buy the health poultices. It never hurts. And I mean, I can always sell my DLC stuff, but that feels a bit cheap, so let's not do that. Okay, yeah, let's continue.
Great prices on all arms and armor, like they were crafted by the Paragon Smith Bronca herself.
Do you mind? I have nothing you can afford, and as long as you're here, no one else will come.
You're a merchant. Why do you wear a caseless face brand?
Same as you. It's illegal for me to walk here without one. I'm from the surface, so by the law of assembly, I'm cashless. But I think of the brand as just a part of the license to vend my wares. I use a washable ink, and when I return home, it's gone first thing. I cannot imagine wanting to wear the beastly thing every day.
You have another suggestion?
If you were on the surface, you could open a shop, claim land, and start a farm, and get legally married by the human chantry. Orzammar is the only place in the world that will treat you like this. Yet you all stay. I'll never understand it.
But isn't the surface disgusting and full of humans?
There is one thing about the surface, though. There are no castes, and we dwarves all look to help each other. It always seems sad to me that our homeland is the one place in this world where you're likely to be killed by a fellow dwarf. Now, unless you're gonna buy something, I need to unload and get home before the rain sets in. That's water from the sky, by the way.
Yeah, let me have a look at your wares.
Fine. But try to steal anything and I'm calling the guards.
I mean, I could afford some of the stuff, but I don't really need it, so goodbye. Let's talk to that girl over here.
Watch yourself. The Shaper doesn't need your footprints all over his clean clothes.
I didn't touch anything.
We'll stand further back. I'm not gonna risk my position by having someone see you near his robes. After my mother took 5 years of her personal time sewing fine dresses for the head maid at the Shaperate, Mother tells me they never considered a single other candidate when the position opened for underwasher.
Is working for a Shaper that prestigious?
It's barely under the king himself. They control Orzammar's memories. They oversee births, marriages, death records, histories, everything we do or are. Except you, I guess. Casteless and criminals aren't allowed in a Shaper's presence.
Well, why not?
Whatever horrid deviants you're descended from were written out of the histories and deemed unworthy to join the ancestors. Obviously they bred anyway, but their children can't possibly deserve the same protections as those who were legitimately born.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your washing.
As if I'd stop for you.
Well, you totally did stop just now. Come on. Oh well.
Go back to your dirt pile, scum.
Oh dear.
I assume this pile of worthless junk belongs to you? Do you realize it's in the way and that the patrols will not be able to come through? Move it, or I shall have it thrown out in the deep roads, and you with it.
But they told me to move my goods over here. I couldn't even set up shop in my usual place.
Nonsense.
It's true. They said that the servants needed to polish the floors on that side of the commons in preparation for the new commander's first commission.
Yes. The new Idukan Commander's feast is tomorrow, isn't it? I suppose it can't be helped then.
Okay. So, is this the
Very
excuse
well.
why
You
they...
may leave your goods here for now, merchant, but move them out of the way as soon as you can.
The excuse for putting up a barricade so we can't explore the rest of Awesome. And yeah, I guess the new Idukan commander is the Dwarf noble. So where do I need to go? Berat shop, taps the tavern. Yeah, right, we need to go to the tavern. Yeah, let's go to Berat's shop later.
This
First.
place is going to the nugs. Castless running around like they own the place.
Yeah, let's check out the tavern first. And yeah, Oskias. We already see him.
Ancestors were smiling on my bets today. Another round from the house. Hey, I'm trying to have a drink here. You mind standing downwind?
Who let them in here?
They say the
Let's
warrior
look
cast
around.
is hosting a proving so the Grey Wardens can look for candidates.
Yeah, interesting. I don't think he will be very interested in talking. Okay, Oskias, we have some business with you.
Hey, I was saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Ascaius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name?
Empty your bags. If we like what we see, you keep breathing.
Hey, you can't just... This is a public place. You got no right. I know people. I'm under the personal protection of a Norbarat. Try stealing from me and he'll...
And what'll he do when he finds out you're cheating him?
Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
Save your excuses. Lesky search his bags.
My pleasure.
Wait, I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
How much ore did you take?
Just a little, maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns.
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat?
And who have you been selling to?
Surfacers pay good coin for lyrium. Mages up there, they use it for their spells. Smiths use it in enchanted weapons. I just took the money and ran. I mean, back to Barat to share the profits.
Give me one good reason not to kill you.
I've got a lot of lyrium. Maybe we could work something out. Share and share alike. I don't got any coin myself. I make that topside, but you can take the ore and sell it, maybe get enough to get out of this nest. What do you say?
Sounds good to me. Give me all you have, and I'll pretend you weren't here.
All I have is the 2 nuggets, but they're yours if you let me out of here.
Are you breathing smoke? Barat will kill you if he catches you with his lyrium.
Me? You think I wouldn't share with my best friend?
Well, that's a whole other story. We need to sell it before we go back to Barat. And to someone who won't run to him. Tell you what, cut me in 50 and we'll take it to Olinda. Remember her? She likes me and refuses to work with the old man.
Deal.
Then what happens to me?
Well, witnesses talk, you know, Lesky.
Could everyone who isn't about to die please turn around for a moment? This may be unpleasant. Thank you.
You can't do this. Help! Call the guardsmen! This is murder!
You two let me know if you need anything. I'll be in the back.
Oh god, this is
It's just a bunch of
horrible.
rocks. You're gonna kill me for that?
Yep. Sorry, Saroka. A job's a job.
No!
Okay. This is so awful. Let's kill the poor guy. And there we go. Wow, we totally cut off his head.
Got it.
2 lyrium nuggets. And some coin. And he totally said he didn't have any coin. He lied to us. Yeah, he totally deserved that. Okay, let's have a quick save. And have a look at a quest. Report to Barat. You killed Oskias and you are quite certain he regrets his actions. Retrieve the lyrium Oskias stole and return to Barat at his shop in the commons. But we were supposed to sell our nuggets first, right?
We've got to trade this lyrium in quick and get back before Barat starts wondering what we've been doing.
Right.
Unless you think we should give it all to Barat.
No. We're keeping it all.
Then let's head back to Olinda.
Alright, let's go and sell the stuff.
What are you two doing back here?
Actually, we've got some lyrium to sell you.
Well, that's not what I was expecting to hear cross those lips. Where exactly would someone like you pick up lyrium?
Call it a gift.
I can guess who you might have got this gift from. Lesky, you know I don't do his business.
This is just us. Shaper's honor. You won't get him with Barat if you buy it.
How much do you have?
2 nuggets.
I can give you 30 silvers per nugget.
Only 30?
It's less than it's worth, I won't lie to you. But the market for it's topside, and that won't be easy for me to reach. And I'll have to find a buyer who won't ask where it came from. For that, I can't afford more than 30.
Why is lyrium so valuable anyway?
Because we have it, and the folks topside need it. It's what their mages use to power their spells. And it's the only metal that'll let magic stick to a shield or sword. Now, do you want the deal or not?
Alright.
Alright then.
Get the 2
Let me
nuggets.
take that off your hands. And you probably shouldn't come around here for a while, just in case.
So, we got some money for that. And yeah, now we can go back to Barat. Yeah, report to Barat. And we've already seen his shop, so let's go there right away.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later. It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Ascaius?
Yep, he didn't have any lyrium or gold on him.
What kind of rot are you trying to feed me?
He told us he'd be putting together a side deal for lyrium, but he'd already sold it.
Jarvia, send a dig troop topside.
Ah.
If Ascaius had a hiding spot up there, I want us up to our elbows in it.
As you say.
And the matter of punishment?
I remember Javia. Last I saw he was coloring the tile on the tapesters floor.
Excellent. I'll send someone out to handle the cleanup. Not you, though. I have another job in mind for you.
Do I get to make some other duster cry?
Not if you know what's healthy for you. This one, I want you invisible. The Warrior cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some Grey Warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. And I have certain acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing.
So you're taking bets on the fighters.
There's a lot of coin to be made when people get the fever up. Favorite fighter's an officer named Minar, veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Everd's a long shot. Just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling. I've got a lot of money riding on him. Mine and other people's. I expect to see that 8-to-1 pay off. Understand?
So how am I supposed to help Evard win?
The fight only gets announced to contestants themselves to prevent illegal gambling. So first, you'll have to find Everd. See who he's fighting and when. When the name Minar comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water. It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off, not enough to show. But it wears off quickly, so don't use it until just before his fight.
Does Everd know you're doing this?
He's the kind of warrior who wants to show off his oiled physique to a cheering crowd. You think he wants scum like us making money on him? Don't let him know what you're doing. Just find his chamber, see when he's fighting, then go to Minar and dump the drug.
Alright, we'll go right now.
You bet you will. Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see Everd's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
Oh dear. Okay, new quest, proving loyalties. Make sure Everd wins the proving. The warrior case is holding a proving today. Berat has lots of coin riding on the young fighter Everd and wants you to make sure he wins. Berat gave you a drug to use on Minar, Everd's opponent. Alright. I just thought they had a corpse lying here, but it's just armor.
You ask too many questions. All you've got to know how to say is, "I'm mistress."
Never
Not
mind.
nearly soon enough.
Alright, let's go to the provings. Yeah, how are we supposed to get there if the way is blocked? Let's maybe talk to the guard.
That side of the commons is closed for now. Be on your way.
I wish I was important enough that people would polish the floors before I walked on them.
Hang on a second, the proving area? Right, it's actually in the commons, so I don't need to go there. So let's get over here. There we go.
Turn around, Brand. No castless on the grounds.
But I have a pass right here.
Looks legitimate. Go on through then. But stay to the trenches. Grey Wardens don't need some eyesore getting between them and the fighters.
Alright. That reminds me, I have a stealing skill. Maybe I should try to steal something. Come on, let's try to steal. From the spectator, maybe? Stealing failed. Okay.
Stone's Embrace. That's one of them. One of the Grey Wardens. Oh, I dare you to go over and talk to him. Say, welcome to Orzammar, Warden, sir. May I drink your bathwater?
Oh, there he is. Can I steal from Duncan? Come on, let's try to steal from Duncan. It failed. Ah. Too bad. Okay, then let's talk to him.
Stone met, and blessings on your house. That was the proper greeting for an outsider last time I visited Orzammar. Has it changed? Or is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely?
In my part of Orzammar, we just go with hello.
We do the same in my part of Ferelden. Hello, then. My name is Duncan. I'd say of the Grey Wardens, but I suspect you already know that. Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Hedron of Nobody.
Ah, of course. That's what the face brand means, then. I remember that now.
So what, now you have to stop talking to me?
I never turn down the chance to meet someone new. When we visit Orzammar, we tend to remain in the Diamond Quarter. You forget how much of the city you miss.
So, is it true you're here looking for recruits?
The Wardens are always looking for those who have the courage to spend their lives in battle against the Darkspawn. It's rare we find those with both the skill and the will. The best Wardens are ruthless to their enemies, compassionate to their friends, and inspiring to their troops. It's a lot to look for, but I hope to find it here, and I hope you also may find what you are looking for.
Alright, so we spoke to Duncan, and get a lot of codex entries from that. But I think this is a good time to end the episode, and in the next episode we will make sure that this Aver guy wins the provings. So see you again in the next episode.